Welcome back to the show. Have Otis Kirk in the house. And Otis, it is a big week because really since Chad Morris got on campus, we've been talking about recruiting, and this 2019 class really solidified on Wednesday. Let's talk about what fans can expect from this week as the early signing period begins on the 19th.
Well, I think you're going to see Arkansas. They're not going to sign everyone. I mean, there are going to be some scholarships left. I mean, they're not going to sign 29. That's what they're going to sign, but not on Wednesday. I think you're going to see somewhere in the neighborhood of 22, and that's give or take along the way, you know. I mean, there could be a spread, but I think probably 23 max. But I just think it's right now. I think you're going to see the difference. What the biggest thing that people see Wednesday is the difference in this year, when he had a year to recruit, as opposed to last year when he had, what, 3 weeks or something,
to try to just wrangle everybody together.
with no. I don't think he had any active defensive coaches on the staff when he signed that early signing period last year. So this is, it's a big difference, and people are going to see the difference. And that's not a shot at the class he signed last year. I actually thought there was pretty good players in that. I thought there's some real good players. Bumper Pool, Connor.
But I think this just shows what Chad Morris can do on the recruiting trail.
It does. It shows what he can do on the trail, and it also shows with the early signing period that no other coach had in the past till last year. It shows the disadvantage a new coach, be it at Arkansas or any school, is under with the early signing period, because not only do you scramble to sign early, the pool of available players for February goes down dramatically, and that's the disadvantage for any new. All these schools are getting new coaches, and I know Chad Morris has got to be smiling wide that he's not having to fight that again this year like he did last year.
Well, we've talked about this in the past, that guys who don't sign early, they're not wavering per se. They just might have other things happening. You say Hudson Henry not going to sign until later. So it's not a freak out moment. Don't think anything's wrong. Sometimes guys are just going to wait.
Well, his deal is, his best friend, John Davis White's going to sign in February, and they want to sign together. You've got kids who are going to be out of school for the school's out of session, not going to be in session then. There's just a million reasons. There's a bunch of reasons. It's not so much waiver. You got a Monte Spivey. He's going to take other visits. Will he sign with Arkansas? He says he will. But anytime they're taking other visits, you wonder. But I mean, he is something that he has told Arkansas that he's going to do, and it's not something he's throwing on them here at the last second. So Arkansas is aware of all the situations they've got here of who's signing early, who's not, and why. So there's not a reason to freak out on these deals, and it'll work out. But I just know that Chad Morris is elated that he doesn't have to. He had more than 2 or 3 weeks and 4 or 5 assistant coaches to put together this class.
I think any coach would say that. Now, as we go into Wednesday, we kind of have an idea, as we've mentioned, who will sign with Arkansas. Any surprises we should be on the lookout for this week? Yeah,
I think the one surprise that you could look, and Gregory Brooks, the cornerback from Louisiana, Harvey West Jefferson High School, is committed to Mississippi State, but he's going to announce his final decision on Wednesday. He will sign Wednesday, be it Arkansas, Mississippi State. I know so Kansas State have tried to get in there, but everybody will know Wednesday what Gregory Brooks is going to do, and I think it's Arkansas or Mississippi State, and but there's the guy that could surprise and probably sign that maybe is not on the public commitment list right now.
All right, keep an eye out, Gregory Brooks on Wednesday. Now, it's interesting. We have Kelly Bryant, who committed to Missouri, and so a lot of this quarterback talk has now started to arise. They've pushed Kelly Bryant to the side, but the quarterback out of SMU, Ben Hicks, who's deciding to transfer, could he come to Arkansas? Now there's talk that the Texas quarterback Shane Buechele could also transfer. Talk of Arkansas. I mean, fans love to rally behind this quarterback rumors. What are you hearing?
Well, all that's possibilities, and Ben Hicks has announced it. Buechele hasn't, but Ben Hicks is a kid that if you've got to consider this. Is he knows the system. That's a plus. His mobility, and does he fit this offense? And is that what you want to go with for 1 year? I mean, I know he did well his junior season with Chad
Morris,
and Coach Craddock and those guys at SMU, but he also had Cortland Sutton and Trey Quinn. He had 2 guys that are playing the NFL right now at wide receiver. My deal is, and I'm not Chad Morris, obviously. I mean, you know, but my deal is you don't take a quarterback unless you can get somebody that you think is better and can help you. Because people say, well, you got nothing to lose. Yeah, you actually do. You've got a scholarship that could go for a defensive back, linebacker, offensive line, wide receiver, running back.
So if you can't get a great guy, build around that position.
Yeah, to me, people say, well, you don't want to go into next season with what you had at quarterback this year. Well, really, you're not. There's a few things involved there. One, you're going to know, they know their personnel better now, next season than they did this. There's just no question about that. You've got K.J. Jefferson's coming in. There's a quarterback that wasn't here this year.
Exactly. They're bolstering that offensive line. They're adding talent at receivers.
You've got 4 new wide receivers coming in, and now you've got Hudson Henry going to come in with Cheyenne at tight end. You've got, you know, and that's not counting the other guys, but you've got, it's not going to be the same team, you know. So to me, you've got 1 linebacker committed publicly in this class. So if you take, right now, you know, you got Zach Zimmer, but other than that, you've got Lakia Henry is committed to Tennessee, but Arkansas is very much in there. And then, you know, Cy Martin visited last weekend when they had visitors in. There's a possibility the guy started out playing at LSU on scholarship. So there's some needs in this. Watching the team last year, yeah, they have a need probably at quarterback if someone is experienced in dual threat and can come in and prove, but they've also got needs at basically every other position. So that's why I say you don't just take a quarterback just to be taking
take one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it all shakes up. Wednesday is going to be a lot of fun, I think, Otis.
It will be. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of kids that make their decision, and they'll put the recruiting process behind them. It takes the pressure off them instead of being recruited till February the 6th. They'll sign with the school where they're going, and that way they can enjoy the spring semester of their school, or be like the 9 that's coming into Arkansas right now that's enrolling at midterm. You know, Arkansas's got 9 of these kids. One of them, Andrew Vest, is a walk-on from Searcy, a preferred walk-on, but he's coming in at midterm. You got 8 scholarship kids right now that are coming in, and there could be others. But it's going to be not just going to be a fun Wednesday. It's going to be a fun time watching these new players in spring too.
Absolutely.
You know, getting to see how does Shabasi Nwana and Myron Cunningham, how do they look on the offensive line? You know?
Exactly, how they fit in, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be fun. Absolutely. All right, Otis, he is in the know. We have him here every week, and of course you can read his stuff on Hogville as well. The Pig Trail Show going to roll on after this.